Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be comparing two highlighters. So for today, we're comparing the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Glow Glide Face Architect Highlighter in Champagne Glow and the Dior Forever Couture Luminizer in Nude Glow. So these kind of remind me of each other, and I wanted to see kind of how they're similar, how they're different, and what I think is more worth your money, because I feel like they do have some similarities. They're both newer products, so I'm sure there's some debate on which one is more worth it. So that's what I'm here for. Before we get into it, please give this a thumbs up for me and subscribe to the channel, you guys. I cannot stress enough. There's still so many of you out there that watch my videos but are not subscribed. You do not want to miss out on 3 videos a week. I am constantly putting new things out there for you guys. We are almost at 10K and I will be doing a giveaway once we hit that number. So make sure you're subscribed and not missing out on that as well. So please, you guys, please subscribe, share with your friends too so they can all subscribe as well. But if you want to see me compare these two products, stay tuned for the rest of the video. Okay, I'm super excited about this one because I feel like for a hot minute there, I kind of lost inspiration with highlighters in general. I felt like there weren't really very many good ones coming out or good new ones coming out. And then these two babies came into my life and I really just don't need anything else anymore. They're both amazing. They both look so beautiful. I always get asked what highlighter I'm wearing when I'm wearing one of these. So I just had to do a little comparison. I feel like probably like price range wise and all those things, they're similar. So I want to see which one is like more worth it in my opinion, like what looks better for the money and all that. So yeah, I'm gonna read the details on both of them. I have them pulled up on Sephora and we're gonna go from there. So we're gonna see who does what. We're gonna put one on one side, one on the other side, and we're gonna compare. So the first one that I have pulled up is Charlotte Tilbury. Again, it's the Glow Glide Face Architect Highlighter. This goes for $48, so it's not cheap for sure. And I got this in the shade Champagne Glow, which is a sparkling champagne. It's one of 6 different shades, so there's 5 other ones that you could choose from. The highlights say pressed powder formula, shimmer finish, without parabens, cruelty free. It says a powder highlighter that glides on like a liquid to give skin an instant skin perfecting filter to highlight, sculpt, and lift. Our new Hollywood Glow Glide Face Architect Highlighter is sold in a refillable compact, which I love, to allow customers to make a sustainable choice and reuse our packaging. Like all our powder compacts, our Hollywood highlighter packaging includes a magnet to allow the product to easily be removed and replaced with any Charlotte Tilbury beauty powder refill. We have performed extensive tests on the packaging to ensure its reliability during transit and normal use. And then for Dior, this is the Dior Forever Couture Luminizer Highlighter Powder. This one goes for $50, so this one's $2 more expensive. Actually, I forgot to mention how much product is in the Charlotte Tilbury. There's 0.24 ounces in the Charlotte Tilbury highlighter, and there is 0.21 ounces in the Dior. So you get a little bit more product in the Charlotte Tilbury, and it's $2 less expensive than the Dior one. Keep that in mind for now. On Sephora, there's 3 shades, but at Ulta, I think there's 4. Don't quote me on that, but I'll check and keep you guys posted. I'm pretty sure there's 4 at Ulta though. I have this in shade number 1, Nude Glow, so it's like a golden bronze, but if you ask me, it's a champagne-y color. That's exactly why I chose it, because my favorite kind of highlighters are the champagne-y ones, or I guess in a sense that is like a nudie kind of color too. So the highlights on this say radiant finish, pressed powder formula, hydrating, long wearing, medium coverage, without parabens. It says a highlighter powder with a high impact iridescent glow, giving skin an instant boost of radiance and comfort for all day long. Medium coverage, radiant finish, pressed powder formulation. It says composed of 95% natural origin pigments This highlighter is highly concentrated in shimmering pearlescent pigments, blending seamlessly for a radiant looking complexion. The formula is infused with wild pansy extract to hydrate the skin and provide lasting comfort, all housed in a Dior Couture compact. That also sounds beautiful. Do you see my dilemma? Because they both just sound wonderful and they look wonderful. So let me show you what they look like inside, like both of them. I just love the attention to detail. Actually, first of all, ooh, the outer packaging of both. Like this is very, very Charlotte Tilbury. Like you immediately know this is a Charlotte Tilbury product when you see it. It's like that reflective rose goldy on brown with just, it's Charlotte Tilbury. And then this is very like recent Dior. Like I feel like this is a lot of the recent Dior packaging and I just freaking love it. They both just feel very luxurious, but I will say the Dior feels a little bit more like luxe, like expensive feeling, if you know what I mean. But on the inside, they both have a mirror. Both of the mirrors are a very good quality. And here's the product on both. Like you could see how similar they are in color. Maybe the Charlotte Tilbury is like a little bit lighter, or maybe my eyes are deceiving me. I think I'm right though. But they look very similar. They both have some detail on the inside. Like this one has like the little stars engraved and this one has Dior engraved. So let me swatch both of them on the back of my hand really fast for you guys. The only thing I don't love about the Charlotte Tilbury, since it is that refillable compact, when you dip your fingers or your brush in, the product like spins in here. I don't know if there's like a way to make that stop happening, but it is a little tiny bit annoying when that happens. So let me swatch both. They both feel like very smooth and creamy. And here they are. I feel like just from the swatch, Charlotte Tilbury is brighter, but I feel like the Dior almost looks like more glowy, if that makes sense. Like I feel like it's just glowing more. I don't know how to explain it, but the Charlotte Tilbury looks like it's like just kind of staying in one kind of dimension. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, honestly, but just the Dior looks a tiny bit more like it's like moving, if you know what I mean. So yeah, they both feel really, really great. They both look beautiful, but let's see how they look on my face. So I am gonna put Charlotte Tilbury on my left, Dior on my right, and then we're gonna compare. So let's just get started on applying and then we'll talk details. All right guys, I'm back. I just finished applying. So here is the Dior side. Take a good look. And here is the Charlotte Tilbury side. I don't know what to say. I'm so confused because they both look so good and you would think they're the exact same product if I didn't tell you that there were two other ones. So I am very confused right now. That's what I'm gonna start by saying. I guess as far as like what they're doing for my pores, they look exactly the same. Like I feel like neither one is accentuating anything or like blurring anything. I feel like they're both just kind of in the same place with that. I feel like the color when you put it on the face looks exactly the same. I don't think one looks darker than the other when it's actually on my face. So that's one thing that I noticed. I guess, I don't know, what do you guys think? I do feel like the Charlotte Tilbury one looks a little bit more like seamless, maybe. I feel like it's such a slight difference. Like you can hardly tell because they look so similar. But I do feel like almost on the Dior side, like it looks a tiny bit more like it's a powder than the Charlotte Tilbury side. I feel like this side just looks a little bit more like it's moving. And I know I said the opposite when I swatched them on my hand, but when I'm seeing them on my face, it almost feels like the Charlotte Tilbury side has more like dimension to it. When I move my face around, like you could just see the glow. It's hitting in different light. Like it looks more like a wet highlight, I guess. Like this side, when you especially get up close, it almost like looks a tiny bit more powdery, but it's really, really not like a significant difference. You guys, like you would never be able to tell if I was not telling you these are two different products. Like they look so similar, they could almost be the same product. So take a look at the swatch on my hand though. Like I feel like the Charlotte Tilbury, when I blended it out, it kind of like stayed in place a little bit more, and the Dior one blended out and it's giving more of a glow. So I don't know why it's not translating that way like on my face. It's a little strange. All right, I'm gonna end by saying both are very much worth it. Like you really are not gonna be disappointed either way you go. Like both of these are amazing products. Both of them are like up here on my list of highlighters. Like these two I find myself using the most out of any highlighters that I own, and they're both pretty new products, so that's saying a lot. So they're both very good, and I highly recommend either one. Honestly, like I don't think it's a waste of money no matter what you end up trying. But I guess when it comes down to it, if you want something that just looks a tiny bit more wet on your face, which I personally love, go for the Charlotte Tilbury. It has a little bit more product in it and it's $2 less. So you somewhat get a little bit more bang for your buck, and you get like that glowy, wet kind of look, versus Dior does also look that way, but it just has like a tiny bit of a powderier look to it than Charlotte Tilbury. So that's really the only difference, and it's hardly a difference. So at the end of the day, both very much worth your money. Both big recommendations from me to you. I love both of them. I use both of them like crazy. Like I'm probably gonna layer them on top of each other right now and go out because I just love the way that they both look. But when it comes down to it, if you really want like one or the other, you could go with the Charlotte Tilbury and you will be very happy. So that is all I've got for today. Comment and let me know your thoughts though. Like let me know if you were seeing what I was seeing. Let me know if you see something different. If I'm going crazy, let me know what other videos you want from me. Give this a big thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel, you guys. But stay tuned and I will see you in the next video.